everybody, my name is Sandra and this is Holly and welcome back to my YouTube channel. You look so unenthused. What's up? Okay, so today I'm going to be adding an addition to my little series that I made of model tips. This is going to be model categories, or all the different types of modeling under the sun that you could possibly imagine. So we have a couple of different categories, and I'm going to start off with high fashion editorial, commercial catalog, runway, specialty, and live hosting or spokesmodeling. The biggest misconception in modeling is that you have to be 6 feet tall, 0 pounds, or whatever, size 0 pounds, you know, just some sticks and bones. And that's not necessarily true because there's all kind of print modeling. As long as you can look the part, you know, you don't necessarily have to be next to someone and see how tall they are, then you can be a model too. So I am here today to debunk and to educate, and you are going to know all of the different types of modeling and where you fit in. Because models come in all different shapes and sizes and colors, and we're all beautiful, honey. So we are going to start off with high fashion editorial, only because that's just like what people think of first. When you think of modeling, it's like no smiling, some like, you know, the hunch of the back, some like contorted weird poses, and it's just really edgy. And you're going to see this high fashion editorial type of material in things like Vogue. I have a copy right here. And things like Vogue for high-end designers like Celine, Dior, Chanel, you name it, Prada especially. Girl, if you want to see a high fashion example, look at Prada. Because those girls, it's intense, okay? So they have like the chiseled out cheekbones with black bronzer on, and it looks kind of freaky, but it's really interesting to look at. So basically, okay, reeling this back into what we're talking about. If you are considering high fashion modeling, there are pretty strict requirements for it. So I believe the minimum for high fashion is 5'8", but that's a little bit on the short end. You want to be, if you can, not that we have any control over it, but I think usually a pretty average height for that is maybe 5'9" to 5'11". Like, no one's going to say anything about that. And a size 0 to 2. And in addition to those stats, usually the high fashion girls have a very unique facial physique. It's really hard to explain what that looks like. I think I'm going to try to insert pictures that I found out of this magazine to try to help explain what a high fashion look is. But usually it's like the high cheekbones, like a dead stare into the camera, no smile, no expression. So high fashion editorial is like the really renowned one, like it's really respected, like it's a lot in New York, you know, New York, Milan, all prestigious and but if you really want to get down to the moolah of it, commercial's where it's at, honey. And for commercial, there are no particular height requirements. That's what I'm also trying to say. If you can look tall on camera, you could be 5'3". I've seen girls working all the time who are like really short, and who you wouldn't know unless you see them in person. You know? Commercial is basically you look in a catalog or magazines, mostly catalogs for, like, let's say Macy's or JCPenney, Victoria's Secret even is commercial. Advertisements such as L'Oreal or Maybelline, and you see like a close-up headshot of like some lips or something. That's also considered commercial. It's really broad. It can be on television, it could be in magazines, it could be on web ads, it could be anywhere really. And that is where the big bucks are. You know, you walk Milan Fashion Week, you make $500. You make a big commercial, you make $50,000 in residuals. It's just, yes, shower me. Yeah, as long as you can photograph and look like you're 6 feet tall, you know, and like always make sure you elongate your neck, and like place your legs a certain, as if you could see my legs. Huh, yes. You want to elongate your legs, so as long as you can photograph and look tall, then it's really not an issue. The next category is runway. So runway, there is less personable than print in a sense. Usually you are sure as heck not the only girl walking. So, and they have a bunch of different clothes that may or may not have been fit before you got to the show. So that's why they have really specific guidelines for the height and the size. So usually you want to also be around, I think the cutoff is 5'8", and a size 0 to 2, so that the designer can just like hand you something and trust that it fits, because that just eliminates extra hassle, because Lord knows it's crazy back there. So the next one is specialty. So let's say you're only 4'11", but you have some wondrous hands. Specialty modeling is definitely an option then. So if you have like a specific body part that's really spectacular, you can also be that type of model as well. We also have plus size models. I believe it's sizes 6 to 12. Don't quote me on that. And the same thing goes for plus size models. You can work in catalogs, commercial, any print really. Along with specialty is also swimsuit, I would say. I think it's also called niche, is swimsuit. So like you might have like those high fashion girls. Most of them, you probably don't want to see them in a swimsuit because it's just a whole lot of bones. Oh, and then there's live hosting. Let's say a company wants to hire you as a spokesmodel for events. Then basically you're standing there to represent the company and be pretty and happy, and yeah. And you know, and there's no real there's not necessarily a requirement there either. Just have to have a happy personality and, you know, look the part. So again, the categories are high fashion editorial, commercial catalog, runway, specialty or niche, and spokes modeling. So now that you have all the different categories and where you fit into, honey, go embark on your journey and make it happen for you, because you have all the tools that you need. Just stretch your stuff and let me know how it goes. So please like and subscribe and share this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Join this party, because honey, I'm posting every Friday. What? Yeah! Or trying to post every Friday. Let's say every weekend. Aiming for Friday though. And I will see you in my next video. Toodles!